So for my call tonight, I really wanted to talk about goals, because I think it's really important to kind of keep in mind the reason why you're doing this. Kyle, am I echoing on your thing? Okay, I think I'm just hearing things. I can hear myself on your computer in the other room. So if you don't have any goals, you don't know what you're doing this for. So it just kind of feels like a waste of time. But if you have, a goal like I want to make an extra $500 a month, or I want to help this many people per month, or I want to, quit my day job and do Beachbody full time, that's a goal that you have in mind. And so being able to have that in mind and in front of you is a motivation to get you there. And being able to visualize it and imagine yourself reaching that goal. Like visualization is so important. And so I really wanted to talk about goals tonight. Um, I'm going to turn this off because that's going to be really annoying. Okay. Sorry. So just a reminder, so for the month of September, Kyle and I decided to do some really awesome incentives. So for any coach in our whole downline, so it doesn't have to be a personally sponsored coach, any coach in our downline, if they hit Success Club 5 or higher, they'll get a Superhero Alliance team shirt. And then for any person in our downline that rank advances either to Emerald or Diamond or even 1-star Diamond, like however high they can get, a rank advancement, they'll get a surprise coach goodie bag. So they'll get a giant tote filled with goodies, personal development, and some stationery and a bunch of other really fun stuff. And then if you do both, you'll get both of those, plus you'll get your choice of one of the new Shakeology boosts, and we'll add it to your coach goodie bag. So there's some really awesome incentives this month to set some goals, and then when you reach those, you get the satisfaction of reaching the goals, but you also get some really cool prizes too. So that's why I wanted to really emphasize this call. The key to those incentives, though, they have to be locked in by September 30th. Just my little announcement. So tonight when you're watching this call, I really want you to stop thinking practical for like the 20 minutes. Stop thinking realistically and just think, okay, in 10 years, where do you see yourself? And this was really hard for me to do when I was in school because I was like, all I can think about is just like graduating college and being done with it. And I could only think short term. And now that I'm all done with school and I decided to do Beachbody full time from home, I'm now able to be like, okay, in 10 years, I want to be debt free. I want to be living in a really awesome, gigantic house with my husband and have kids. And Kyle's eyebrows are raising. And I just I have all these really big dreams for 10 years and it feels like so far away, but I know it's going to come before I even realize it. But then I have to think about the short term. So in order to get there, I have to have steps, right? So I found out this really awesome goal. It's called goal mapping. So basically you set up a game plan for how you're going to reach your goals. So I asked everybody for the call tonight to have a couple of goals in mind. So basically, I want to show you how to goal map. And I helped Kyle do this, and I also helped Molly do this and Tristan. And they seemed to, think it helped a lot. And it's helped me in my goals this month too. So I just wanted to share with you guys. So basically, Tasha, you're not going to be able to see this, but I'm going to try to explain it as best I can without showing you, okay? So basically, if you have a piece of paper, you write down your goal. So on here, I put a square and I put my goal. It says 1-star Diamond. And then I also put the date, the deadline that I'm going to reach that goal by. So my goal is 1-star Diamond. And then my deadline is September 30th. And I put that in a box on the piece of paper. Then each corner of the box should have a line going out from it. So let me draw that really fast. Have a line going diagonal out from it like this. And then each line should have its own little box. So these boxes coming off of your goal are going to have their own steps. So each goal needs to have a game plan on how you're going to reach it, right? Otherwise, if you just have a goal and no plan, it's going to be really hard to reach if you don't know how to get there. So some of the things that I use for this goal is I know that I really need personal development, and some people need more than others, but I know that I need a lot of it. And especially in the state that I'm in right now, like emotionally and physically and spiritually, I know that I really need the extra like oomph in my life. So I know that one of my steps, excuse me, is going to be personal development, and I'm going to be really specific and write how many minutes a day. So I want to do 1 hour a day. So if you can see that, I put that in my little box that comes off of my goal. Tasha, you can watch the recording and see what I'm doing. So that's going to be my first step. And if I want to go off of that and I want to decide what personal development books I'll do that month, I can make another box off of the personal development box. And it'll say, I want to read GoPro this month and How to Heal Your Life by Louise Hayes. So I can even choose the books I want to read and be specific, or even add like, I'm going to read from 6:30 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. before work or something like that. Like get as specific as you possibly can so that way you can keep holding yourself accountable. Another one of my steps, like logistically, in order to become 1-star diamond, I need one of my coaches to become diamond. So my closest one right now is Kyle. Because he's really close to hitting diamond. So, yay! So my next goal is to get Kyle to diamond because he's the closest. So I'm going to write that in my next box. So you can see that on there. And then I need steps to get him there. So how can I help Kyle get to diamond? I know that one way is I need to be a better leader. So I kind of slack when it comes to coaching Kyle because he's my husband and I see him all the time. And so I kind of just think he can figure it out on his own. So that might be setting aside a half hour once a week to do a business time together and brainstorm or do whatever we need to do together business-wise in order to help him get to his goals. So that means setting time aside from my schedule in order to make sure he's reaching his goals, because it's really, I'm going to tell you guys, it's not hard to get to Emerald. You can sign up a couple of people and that's a really awesome first milestone in your business. It's really hard to get from Emerald to Diamond. And Kyle and I both can tell you from the bottom of our heart, it's really hard because you not only have to be good at signing people up and recruiting, but you also have to develop leaders on your team. And so it's not up to you anymore. It's up to the people on your team to be motivated and to know how to work the business. And you have to be the one to teach them. So you're responsible for helping them find success. So it's a lot harder. So being a leader is super important. So, in order to get to that step of getting Kyle to Diamond, in order to reach my goals, I might need to be reading leadership books as part of my personal development. So that might be something to add to my goal map too. So you guys can kind of get the idea on the goal mapping on here. So this is step 1, and then I would have a step 2, and it would all direct completely to the center goal. So you can do this for any goal you have. Actually, I really recommend doing it like at least once a month, just setting aside like an hour and thinking about, okay, in 1 month, I want this to be my goal. In 3 months, I want to achieve this. In 6 months, 1 year, and then jump to 3 or 5 or even 10 years. I know that my goal for by the end of 2016 is to retire Kyle from his day job. I don't want him to have to work a 9-to-5 job anymore. So it's my goal to make enough income for him to be able to work his business from home with Beachbody full time. So I even made a goal map for that. And it could be it doesn't even have to be Beachbody related. Kyle and I did one together when I taught him how to do goal mapping on how to, get to his goal weight. And he was like, okay, coach, what do I need to do? And so we came up with steps on what he needed to do to get to his goal. And even some of those steps, like, so his main goal was to get to the specific weight. So one of his steps was, I need to work out every day. And so then I said, okay, but how are you going to keep yourself accountable for those workouts? So one of the steps for the workouts part was he was going to do 30 minutes of P90X3 a day and 30 minutes of running or whatever it was. I don't even remember now. But it's going to build up and build up, but that's going to help you kind of organize your brain as to how to reach those goals. So this is kind of a good, can you see that? A good kind of drawing of what it looks like too. So Tasha, I know it's probably really confusing because you're just listening to this and you can't see it, but what's your goals for September?
Sorry, I had to take you off mute.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, my sound was off.
Goals for September is I want to be Ruby.
Okay.
And finish losing my weight that I want to lose. And help Sammy finish recruiting. She has people in mind, you know, and people that want to sign up. But just help her, you know, tell her like how to talk to them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, those are my goals right now.
Okay. I've been watching a ton of videos lately, like training videos from top coaches like Bonnie Engel and Anita, what's her name? Anita Myron. On how they talk to people and how they do conversations and stuff. And Raina Odell's really good at this too. Is it something that maybe she would want to do, like we could do a 3-way Zoom call or something to help her with conversations? Hello?
Hello? You cut out. I did not hear anything you just said.
For real?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, you kept cutting out, but I can hear you now.
Okay, so a lot of the top coaches, I've been watching their videos on how they handle conversations. Would it be helpful for you and I and Sammy to have like a 3-way Zoom call or something, and we can talk about how to handle conversations and handle objections and stuff?
Yes.
Okay, cool. We'll talk about that outside of the call, but that might be something really good to help you get to your goals too, and to help her get to her goals.
And Tasha, so you're aware that I added Sammy to Emilee's coach training group today. I talked to her briefly this morning, and she said that she wanted to be in that. So.
Okay.
Is her name Tammy or Sammy?
Sammy.
Sammy?
Yes.
I thought you signed up at Tammy.
I did.
But this is a different.
I have a Tammy, a Sammy, and a Kayla.
Oh my gosh. I was so confused. I was like, I thought we were talking about a Tammy this whole time. Oh my gosh.
That's really funny.
Okay. Cool. We'll set that up outside of the call, but that might be good to do in the next couple of weeks.
Okay.
So you want to get to Ruby and you want to get to your goal weight too? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Cool. Do you have like a plan of action on how you're going to do it?
I've been working out every day and running.
Well, that's good.
Yes, and actually Michael has been holding me accountable. If I don't do it, he puts back in the stroller and we go run together.
Oh, good.
Good.
That's awesome.
So.
And
Yeah.
Tasha and I briefly talked about maybe doing another diet bet because I know that really helped her last month.
Heck yeah, that's amazing.
Okay.
So maybe we'll talk more about it, but maybe we'll try to get a bunch of people in there.
Yeah. I'll even do it this time.
Sweet.
Okay.
So let's talk more about that later, Tasha.
Okay.
Okay.
So you can kind of see the vision. I mean, it's hard to explain. Kyle, was it confusing?
Do you remember I remember in elementary school, I had to do a thing when I took notes called spider webbing. Remember that?
Yes.
So it's very similar to that. You have your key goal in the middle, and then each outward is one of your outwards, and then it moves outwards. So that might give a better idea of what she's explaining.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense now when you say that. At first, I'm like listening, and I'm like, I have no idea what the heck she's even talking about right now.
Yeah, so it's basically spider webbing from notes, but with your goals.
Gotcha.
Did you have that, Emilee?
Mm-hmm.
You did that?
Yeah. Do you have any questions or anything, Tasha?
Not right now, no.
Okay. Do you need any help with anything?
No, I'm just trying to make my vision board. Oh, that's my other goal. That was my goal for the end of the week, is to make my vision board, and I have failed completely.
How dare you?
But I'm almost done with my personal development book.
Yay!
I read like 7 chapters today.
Will you post your vision board in the control room?
Yes, when I finish it.
Yeah, that'd be cool for us.
I'm going to finish it by Saturday.
Oh, good.
You're reading GoPro, right?
Yep.
What do you think of it so far?
I love it.
Got any big takeaways?
It's such a good book. Honestly, like the whole how. Oh, hold on just a second. I gotta let someone in. Honestly, just how he was just like sitting there, like not building relationships with people. He was just like, what word did he use? He was just like attacking people, you know, trying to get them to be in his business and stuff. And then he realized, you know, once he started doing all this network marketing, he realized, you know, you have to build the relationship first before you even start doing anything else. And that's actually, I think, really important.
Yeah. It's honestly been key. And like, I don't remember who I was telling. I think I was telling Tristan, but like when I first started coaching, I sent the most embarrassing message to this girl, and I was like, I hadn't talked to her since like high school. And I basically just said, I have this really awesome opportunity. I think it'd be great for you, even though like I didn't even know if she worked out. Like I didn't know anything about her since high school. And I just like sent this super embarrassing message, and she probably thinks I'm like the most annoying salesy person ever. But then it was like every time I've ever like, I'm starting to get a lot better at it, especially watching a bunch of these training videos. But basically, like, you have to build that relationship, because otherwise, like, people are going to think you're just like that car salesman, that's like a jerk, and like all you care about is a sale, you know? And like, honestly, that's what you care about in this business. Like, you're not going to succeed anyway, because it's all about helping people. So, I mean, it's like the foundation of the entire business. So.
Yeah, I think it's really important for people to build relationships. My friend does, it works, and I really, really despise that a lot.
Yeah.
But I hadn't talked to her in like 6 or 7 months, and she just like totally messaged me and was like, oh, you should try it. Works, like right after I had back. And I was like, I don't know if I should find that insulting. Like, I was just kind of like, really? You know, but she didn't even try and talk to me or anything. She just was straight out, just was like, oh, you should do this.
Yeah. Ow. I hate those reps. They're a joke.
Me too.
Like, I try to be nice on Facebook. If people do, I'm like, I don't say anything, but I'm like, seriously? But yeah. Anywho,
I don't like them at all.
So what are you putting on your vision board?
I don't know. There's so many goals I want, but like, so I listen to Michael Hyatt a lot. And one of his things was like about you should only set, you know, like a certain amount, like 5 to 7 goals, and like you need to have a time period of doing it. and everything like that. Otherwise, you more than likely are not going to succeed at doing any of those goals because you have too many.
Yeah.
So I'm like trying to figure out like a timeline of things I want, you know, like when I want to get them done by. And I think that's why I'm having such a hard time with doing my vision board.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, like there's a lot that I'm like, oh, this is really important that I do this. And I just can't decide. So.
Like for me, for my vision boards, I think I shared it in the control room, but I don't remember. But I'll basically
Yeah, you did.
like a 30-day goal, like so I'll think, okay, 1 month from now. So when I first did this last vision board was the beginning of August. So I was like, okay, at the beginning of September, I want to be diamond and I want to, you know, be making this much money or whatever. And then I said, okay, in 3 months, which was November, I want to be, you know, 1-star diamond or 2-star diamond or whatever, and then like had a couple other goals. So I did it like I broke it up by different time frames and then had like 2 or 3 goals for each one. So
Okay, yeah. Okay, that's what I'll have to do because I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to do this or anything, and I overthink everything, and so here I am like thinking about,
yeah, I
how
did.
to grade it.
I mean, the goal mapping will help because even for me, when it was coming to like fitness, I had running a half marathon, and I have getting to my goal weight, but essentially running a half marathon is a category to weight loss. So my main goal is getting to 195 pounds. How am I going to do that? One of those steps is by running 4 times a week. And with running, how am I going to hold accountable by setting a goal to run a half marathon? So if I have that half marathon set as a goal, it's going to keep me accountable for running that every day so I can be ready for that half marathon. And if I'm running 4 times a week, then it'll help me losing weight and along with my working out. So, I mean, find the main goal that's like the top of the pyramid and then go down from your pyramid off of that with your sub goals.
Okay, yeah, I'll have to watch the video, or you can just send me a picture and I'll figure it out too, so I
Yeah, I
can
can
see all
text
that.
you a picture of it too.
Okay, that works too.
Alrighty. Did you want to add anything else, Kyle?
I think that's I'll give him the hood. Thank you, Tasha, for being on tonight.
Yeah, I'm excited. I had just gotten done with one of my jobs, and I was like, oh, shoot. I totally thought I had missed it. I'm glad I didn't.
Okay, well, we'll set up a time. You and Emilee, or all of us, can set up a time and talk with Sammy and Tammy if she wants help too.
Tammy is not ready to build a business yet. She's not at that stage. Oh, shoot. I don't know where Cardinal goes. But, yeah, we'll have to set up a time so we can talk with her and get all that figured out.
Sounds good. Okay. Well, bye, guys.
Bye. I'll see